myself. Oh no, give me that sound. Oh, I gotta go like Cobain. 8 years to the grave, gone insane. My blood got propane. How you gon' go and throw my name with shame? Already cross-faded, making it to the disco. I hate it, and you know how this goes. You framed it, picture painted in my room. This that real life shit, none of Zoom, got the scene in it.
Make sure you're subscribed to JerCrispy.
What's up, y'all? It's your host, Most Does Most. JerCrispy, welcome back in the video. The family survived the apocalypse without saying a word. Quiet Place 2. I think they making a number 3. So I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with this. On the road to 500. Jinjinju.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's time for some more peek. All right, let's get into it. If A Quiet Place was Shut Up or Die, then A Quiet Place Part 2 is Shut Up, Die, and Don't Step on Leaves. This movie takes the don't make a sound energy and cranks it to 11. We open up with a flashback, day 1, because John Krasinski, aka Jim from The Office, but make it apocalyptic dad.
Wow, this is my lucky day.
Knew we needed answers. How did this whole nightmare even start? So the Abbott family is at a little league baseball game in their small town. Everybody's chill, eating glizzies and living life. Lee Abbott is watching his son Marcus play while Evelyn is keeping Reagan and everyone busy. It feels so normal.
Hold up.
Wait a minute. Cause this ain't how it was, the second movie. No, this was not like the second movie. Let's get off of this wanna be happy stage. This must be, you must be playing number 1. The number 2, how it started off, it was the mom, son, daughter, and the little baby. I don't know why they have it, still to this day, I don't know why they have a baby during this time of apocalypse. People be having stuff doing at the wrong time. Wrong time, wrong place. That's why I say y'all should not even have kids after high school. Like, after high school. So if we end up in the apocalypse, we cook. I'm not cook. The niggas who got babies, y'all cook. Shit, but you know one thing, ain't no zombie gonna touch BB. Shit, not BB. Shit, I risk my life for BB. What?
Something ain't right.
You forget for a second this franchise is about alien ear monsters, but then, boom, out of nowhere, there's a streak in the sky. Everybody looks up, talking about, it's a bird, it's a plane. No, nigga.
Hell no. No.
Next.
I'm Sora 2, the new AI in town.
Our list got them all.
Like, fuck out my face.
Next thing you know, meteors come crashing down, and before anyone can Google, are aliens real? The creatures are in the streets folding people like laundry. And
boy, hey, he did it right thing to hit a full flat. I don't know what that police was doing that day. I don't know what he did.
Google, are aliens real? The creatures are in.
But that nigga like, man, fuck the police. That nigga, the police, I don't know how he got on the floor, but I would have, he right here, I would have busted him up.
Folding people like laundry. And let me
like
tell
that.
you, boy, the opening sequence is chaos. These death crabs with armor skin and hypersensitive hearing dropping into town like they're speed running humanity. People are screaming and cars flipping, and I'm talking about chaos everywhere in this mug. And the rule is the same. Make a sound, get clapped. We get some of the best tension shots in the movie here. Evelyn's driving with the kids when a bus comes barreling toward them, and through the windshield you can see a creature sprinting across the seats like it paid for an Uber. Evelyn slams it in reverse, tires squealing, Reagan's covering her ears, and the whole theater is holding their breath. That's the kind of movie this is. One tire squeal, you're dead. And Lee, yeah, mans goes full dad mode instantly. He's grabbing kids, pulling people into alleys, holding up his hand like, shut up.
Man, shut your fat ass up.
The aliens are ripping through cops.
I would have said, you can't sneeze, no fart, no shit. I would have been like this. Like, yes, I would have been like that. Like, that's what I would have been like. Like, that quiet. That quiet.
smashing cars and tearing open stores. It's absolute mayhem. The flashback cuts at just the right moment too. After showing us how fast the world went from baseball games to shh or die, then we jump back to the present. And if you remember how the first movie ended, we're picking up literally seconds later. This nigga Leiden got clapped and Evelyn just blasted one of the monsters with a shotgun, and Reagan discovered her hearing aid feedback is basically a sonic flashbang against these things. The family farmhouse is in ruins too, and it's just Evelyn, Marcus, Reagan, and the baby trekking barefoot through the backwoods. The first scene of their journey is brutal too. They carrying everything they can, barefoot on these sand paths they laid down before, and you can hear every single twig and crunch in the sound mix. Evelyn's holding the baby in this little oxygen box to keep it from crying. Marcus is limping from his foot injury in the first movie, and Reagan is carrying this hearing aid tech that's their only real weapon. They're moving towards the smokestacks in the distance, signals from the other survivors. But you already know, nothing in this world goes smoothly. They step off their safe path onto a new ground, and every crunch of gravel is like a death sentence. And sure enough, it doesn't take long before another creature is lurking. They finally reach this abandoned steel factory, and first it looks empty, but then, boom, a bear trap snaps down on Marcus's leg. And listen, I don't care.
I ain't lying to you, son. I couldn't say it. I would have been that big. I would have been that much crying. I ain't lying. Crying, screaming, and I would have been dead. Well, you can't. What, bro? A bear trap pain is like 100 times worse than getting stung by a bee. Just like, I'm just saying. And then, like, when I was watching this at the movies, bro, guess who was laughing? My twin brother and my cousin. They was laughing. I'm like, that's not funny.
How tough you think you is, my guy?
That's why I would never go hunting. Like, that's serious. If I ever did hunting, I'm watching every feet, all my feet.
If a bear trap closes in on your shin, you're screaming. And you know what? You're done. Marcus screams and the sound echoes. And now every monster in a 2-mile radius just got the alert like DoorDash. The tension is here, and I'm talking next level. Evelyn's desperately trying to pry the trap open. Marcus is screaming. Reagan's fumbling with the hearing aid tech to set up a defense. You can hear the creatures skedaddling in the distance. And just when it feels like it's game over, gunshot. Enter Emmett, aka sad bearded apocalypse neighbor. He saves them by sniping the creature, but instead of hugs and glad you're alive, he pulls the "why did y'all come here" card. Turns out, Emmett's not the friendly type anymore. He lost his family, basically shaved his optimism along with half his beard. He drags them into his hideout, an old steel mill with soundproof chambers and an underground passage. Man's setup is grimy, but low-key smart though.
Talk about next level shit, homie.
He even shows them this airtight furnace chamber he uses as a safe room. Only problem? Oxygen runs out in minutes. It's a last resort spot, basically a panic coffin. Evelyn tries to appeal to him like, we can survive together, but Emmett hits her with the, no nigga, you don't know these people out here. They're not worth saving, buddy. Yeah, this ain't Lee Abbott. Emmett's the embodiment of hopelessness, a guy who's seen too much and lost too much, and not only cares about himself, he's
shit, right. I don't blame him saying I can't take no care of nobody else's family and stuff like that. But the best thing I could do, y'all three go. Let me just take care of the baby. That's all I could do. I could take care of the baby and shut the baby up, but that's three other extra mouths I gotta feed. I wouldn't mind just taking care of that baby, or but that shit, no, bro. That it just, I don't know, son. And then imagine losing a family and then a new family trying to stay together with you. I don't know. I'd be traumatized too.
Solo dolo in this mug. He even says if they stay, they'll die.
I beg your pardon?
Pardon?
Straight up, just like that. Meanwhile, Marcus is laid up from this bear trap energy. Evelyn's stressed trying to tend to him and the baby. And Reagan, yeah, she just sitting there thinking, nah, screw this. I'm not waiting around for the beard guy to mope us to death. Because Reagan's really the MVP here. She's deaf, but she knows her hearing aid frequency wrecks the creatures. So when she hears a faint radio broadcast playing Beyond the Sea on repeat, She puts the pieces together. That's not random music. That's a signal. It's coming from an island, a safe haven. She's like, if I can get there and broadcast my hearing aid frequency, we can fight back on these niggas. Problem? Nobody else wants to roll that dice, my girl. Evelyn's protective. Marcus is too hurt. And Emmett basically said, good luck with that. I'll be over here sulking. So Reagan pulls the ultimate teenager move. She sneaks out alone that night while everyone's knocked out. She grabs her gear, straps the shotgun, and bounces out this joint. No goodbye, no note, no I'll be right back, just pure hero energy. That next morning, Marcus wakes up and realizes she's gone, and everyone is freaking out. Evelyn's torn between staying with him and the baby or going after Reagan. That's when she corners Emmett and drops the guilt trip of the century. She basically tells him, Lee died for us. Be the kind of man worth saving her.
Bitch, I don't give a fuck.
And Emmett, against his better judgment, goes after Reagan. And me? Yeah, Evelyn, you wouldn't have got me out that mug. I would have been in my chamber eating peanut butter sandwiches and sardines for the rest of my life. Dude's grumbling the whole way, but you can tell this is the start of his redemption arc. So Reagan's out here on the train tracks moving solo like she's in the Last of Us DLC. It's giving teenager on a side quest energy, except her side quest is literally saving humanity with a busted hearing aid and half a shotgun.
My sister, she got my gun. She got my shotgun.
Meanwhile, Emmett catches up to her. At first, he tries to play the tough guy like, you're gonna get yourself killed, kid. But Reagan, she hits him with that unbothered confidence. She's like, if you too scared, then bounce. Imagine being a grown man with a beard and getting called out by a deaf teenager. Yeah, it's up. Emmett sighs, realizes this girl has more guts than he does, and tags along. Now their journey is together, straight tension. They move along these abandoned train tracks, passing wrecked cars and rusted locomotives and junk. Man,
Boy, hold on. Go back. Man, heck no. They should have got caught. Dude got boots right there, the rocks crunching and all that stuff. Man, man, the Quiet Place sucked ass. Cause ain't no way. If I was allegedly a creature and I hear crunch, crunch, through the rocks, cause you can hear rock noise when you stepping on some rocks. Man, a thing should be coming right here as we speaking. Right there.
These abandoned train tracks passing wrecked cars and rusted locomotives and junk. And see, that's how you know this junk crazy. They got me using words like locomotives. The whole area looking like Fallout 76, but scarier. And the silence, deafening. Every footstep, every metal creak sound like a thunderclap. Then here we go. They found an abandoned train car. Reagan goes in to scavenge. And of course, creature jump scare. These monsters pop out so fast you don't even get a full look at them before the claws start swinging. Emmett pulled out the sawed off and blasted one. Reagan scrambles and they barely escape alive. Lesson learned. In this world, abandoned equals death trap. Cut back to Evelyn, and she's still at the steel mill hideout, juggling Marcus's injury and the oxygen bottle baby box. Got me one a baby bottle pop. Man, the JMF, man, you know we on top. Man, yeah. Y'all ain't hearing it. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Every time I drop bars, y'all don't be hearing them for real. Supplies running low though. Medicine, oxygen, ammo. So she does the one thing you should never do in a horror movie. She leaves the kids alone to go on a supply run. Yeah. She treks back downtown.
Yeah. That's why I said it was pointless of the dad to fucking kill himself, bro. I said, like, they should have, you know, what they should have did is corner his ass in the cane field. Have somebody at the drop spot. Kill him. Use the hearing thing. Or they should have went down under basement. She used the hearing thing. And the dad would have still been alive. That's what I don't get about that. The dad should have been in number 2. He should have died in number 2 at least.
Moving carefully through the ruins.
Hey, I ain't the one who made this.
Too brutal. She sneaks into an abandoned pharmacy, scavenges painkillers, and picks up a fresh oxygen tank. But the whole time, you hear that creature clicking in the shadows, moving between shelves and junk. Evelyn's moving in slow motion, loading bottles in her bag one at a time. And you're just here waiting for one bottle to fall. When she finally makes it out alive, you almost just want to clap.
Shoot, it's like, bro, it's like 3 a.m. when you're trying to get that nice good bowl of cereal, bro. And Richard Kraft goes to drop, bro. And as soon as they drop, your parents, you know, just come out and know who in the kitchen. And then you gotta say, oh, it's me. Then she gonna talk to you about the next money, talk about what you was doing at 3 in the morning getting a bowl of cereal. No, I'm just talking for experience.
They done already won the Oscar right here, right now. Emily Blunt carries stress like nobody else. Meanwhile, back at the mill, Marcus is being Marcus. This nigga, my guy, is supposed to be resting his mangled leg that just got caught in a bear trap, watching the baby, just staying quiet like a normal dude would, right?
Shut your bitch ass up!
But no, curiosity kills the cat, and Marcus decides to explore Emmett's hideout. He limps around, flashlight in hand, poking in places he should not be poking. Like, bro, you just had a baby brother, right? Why you ain't in there with him, bro? Eventually, he finds a dusty old room with Emmett's wife's corpse. Yeah, he kept her body wrapped up in there, traumatizing. But also, Marcus, why are you snooping? And of course, he makes noise, right? Knocks something over, panics, trips, you name it. This nigga is a clown. Pennywise. Matter of fact, y'all go check out.
Yeah, I ain't lying to you, son. That shit was fucked up with it saying. Then he almost said his mama up for failure.
The last video. That's when a creature breaks in, tearing through the steel mill like Kool-Aid Man with claws. Marcus freaks out, grabs the baby, and dives into the airtight furnace safe room. Smart idea, except he forgets to prop the door with the towel.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
It slams shut. Now he and the baby are trapped. Oxygen draining, getting thinner and thinner by every second. Marcus is gasping, baby crying in the box, and all you can think is, this kid just speed ran death by curiosity. Cut back to Reagan and Emmett. They're moving along the docks, now searching for a boat to get back to the island where the radio signal's coming from. But instead of boats, they run into people, and not the good kind. Crackhead survivors creeping out the shadows surrounding them silently. Their eyes hollow, their movements slow. They don't even talk. Just grab Reagan and start tying her up. And here's the thing, Emmett was right for real.
Yeah, that's like people like that saying you have to be scared of them for the end of the world. That's the type of people you'll probably have to hate to run around. Like, y'all know how season 2 Walk of the Dead, y'all know how Clementine had to go walk around with random people in the beginning until she found out Kenny was still alive. This was that basically remind me of, bro.
Not all the survivors are worth saving. Some of them straight up feral. The whole vibe here flips from alien horror to human horror. They surround Reagan and Emmett, and one dude strings up a noose trap around Emmett's neck, trying to tie him up to a pole like bait. Then they grab Reagan and start dragging her away toward their little camp. No talking, no explanation, just pure menace. And you know the first thought Emmett has? Dang, I was right. But then, big brain play. I'm talking high IQ in this joint. Emmett looks at Reagan, gives her the subtle signal, and then makes a bunch of noise on purpose. The creatures lurking nearby hear it and come sprinting in. Suddenly, the docks are chaos. The pharaohs getting slaughtered by aliens. I'm talking in one tap. Reagan wriggles free, and Emmett uses the distraction to cut himself loose. Smartest thing he's done in the whole movie. They dive into the water clinging to boats while the creatures tear through the dock people. But here's where we learn something really important about these aliens. They're really niggas for real. You know why? They can't swim, you know? I can swim though, I ain't gonna lie, I can swim.
Yeah, I can swim.
Nigga. These things are like landlocked death crabs. The second they fall into water,
how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
They sink like bricks. That's huge because it means islands might actually be safe. Meanwhile, cut back to Evelyn. She returns from her pharmacy run, arms loaded with supplies and a new oxygen tank, only to find the mill in shambles. The place is ripped apart, blood smeared, baby box tipped. She panicking, sprinting through the ruin shotgunned up with that sawed off. Then she hears a faint banging from the sound of the airtight furnace. She rushes over, props it open, and finds Marcus and the baby half conscious from lack of oxygen. They barely make it, and Marcus, for the second time in 2 movies, proves he's a magnet for disaster. Evelyn's mad, but she's also relieved. This whole sequence, stress levels been on 1,000. But it doesn't stop there. While she's tending to Marcus, another creature breaks into the mill. It's thrashing around and ripping pipes and smashing walls and junk. Evelyn drags Marcus and the baby down into the safe room again, and they're out of air real fast. Tensions levels hit the ceiling, and you've got Marcus gasping, baby crying, Evelyn clutching the last oxygen tank, and outside, alien claws just clapping at that steel. It cuts back and forth between this and Reagan and Emmett escaping the docks. Reagan hauls herself into the boat with with Emmett. I'm talking exhausted as a mug, but alive low key. And in that moment, you can see Emmett shift. He actually believes in her now. He's not the bitter, hopeless neighbor anymore. He looks at Reagan like, you're just like your dad, you know that? So Reagan and Emmett just survived Silent Hill Doc Edition, hopped onto the boat, and learned the single most important fact in the whole franchise. These alien death crabs can't swim. The second they fall in water, straight Titanic mode. So they paddled their way to the island where the mysterious beyond the sea radio signals was coming from. And let me tell you, the tone flips instantly. After 2 movies of gray apocalypse grime, we suddenly see green trees, sunlight, and actual people. Families over here grilling and making burgers and junking, kids playing and people laughing. Bro, after all that silence and stress, this island looks like a Club Penguin server. Turns out.
And then they mess it up by doing something. Listen, somehow, in some way, of the grace of God above, that boat got by the island. Like, ain't no way. When I saw that in the movies, I was like, nigga, like, come on now.
The island community figured it out early. If the creatures can't swim, then all you gotta do is stay surrounded by water. Easy dub. These folks are living like it's pre-apocalypse. Emmett's standing there in shock. And Reagan, she's locked in, already thinking about her mission. The leader of the island sits them down. Then they explain the plan. Reagan wants to use this island's radio tower to broadcast her hearing aid frequency, so anyone with a radio can weaponize it against the monsters. That's her dad's dream coming full circle. Lee Abbott died trying to keep them alive, and Reagan's about to turn his sacrifice into humanity's biggest dub. But while she's convincing the leader, right, you just know the peace can't last, because back at the docks, remember that one boat the aliens trashed during the attack? Yeah, one of the creatures was just clinging on that mug, sailing off into the sea, and the current dragged the nigga straight to the island. Man, these dang creatures got plot armor for real. So while Reagan's finally catching her breath, this alien freight train is about to invade the paradise. Cut back to Evelyn, and she's still in the mill dealing with her own nightmare. The creature that broke in last time, still stalking the place. Evelyn uses every ounce of stealth mom energy to sneak around it, dropping oxygen tanks as a distraction, and then loading the shotgun with them shaky hands. And while all this is happening, Marcus, for once in his life, I'm talking thank you, bro, man's up. He's been hiding, scared, and suffocating, but this time, he looks at his baby sibling and realizes he can't fold no more. He grabs a gun, listens to the creature thrashing around, and sets himself up for a shot. When it charges, fire! Marcus actually drops that nigga. Like, finally, get a dub in the chat for this man. Man went from liability to shooter in one scene. Character growth speed run complete. Meanwhile, on the island, the stowaway alien hits the beach, and it's like Saving Private Ryan in this mug. This thing started tearing through houses and smashing cars, and suddenly paradise ain't paradise no more. The islanders are panicking. This mug look like a scene out of Attack on Titan. Emmett and the island leader spring into action, trying to lead the survivors away. Reagan, she's not running. She sees the chaos and knows what needs to be done. She's got to go get that radio tower, and now. The creature's path of destruction splits the group, and Emmett and the leader are leading all the people into the cars trying to buy more time, but the alien already locked on to him. And in one of the coldest moments of the movie, it slams into the leader's car, flipping it over and leaving him dead. I'm talking slumped. And that's how fast this world kills off hope. One moment you a leader of a paradise, next moment you dead laying on the ground like a pancake. Already the island arc just went from your paradise still exists to congrats. Y'all just imported death with free shipping. That story alien done ripped through families like it was doing a Mortal Kombat combo. People were screaming, running, and making noise, and every scream is basically putting them on the alien Spotify playlist. Reagan and Emmett don't even blink. They sprint to the radio tower because at this point, Reagan knows if she can plug that hearing aid into that mic, her dad's plan becomes real. Every radio in range becomes a monster stun weapon. She's carrying the whole endgame on her shoulders. She basically got a dang infinity stone. Meanwhile, back at the steel mill, Evelyn and Marcus are still cornered. That alien Marcus shot earlier, not enough. Another one burst in, thrashing through the middle like it's paper. Evelyn loads the shotgun, sets up an oxygen tank trap. She's moving with that mom adrenaline where you could probably lift a car if you had to. Marcus, for once, doesn't freeze.
So wait, what's gonna be the plot for number 3 then, as we speaking? Like, the baby gonna grow up or some stuff?
Positions himself in the safe box, reloads, and preps up to fight. This is the first time we've seen bro actually step into his dad's shoes. The movie starts doing that cross-cut editing now, switching between Reagan and Evelyn and Marcus at the mill. Both fights happening at the same time. The tension, crazy. On the island, Reagan and Emmett finally make it to the tower. Emmett cleared the path while Reagan climbs the stairs with her hearing aid in hand. You can hear the alien outside screeching and slamming into doors and junk. Seconds away from busting in, Emmett tries to hold it off, but the dude is running on pure courage at this point. He's swinging pipes and slamming doors, doing anything he can to buy time. Back at the mill, Evelyn sets up a distraction, pulling a slick move by shooting an oxygen tank, causing a mini explosion. The alien starts staggering, and Marcus doesn't hesitate. He lines up a shot, waits for the hearing aid feedback from Reagan's portable speaker, and blam, double tap. The creature drops, and Marcus is officially upgraded from walking liability to Junior Abbott. I can't lie, he getting it. Took 2 movies, but hey, better late than never. And Reagan, she finally death with free shipping.
Right.
Back at the mill, Evelyn Reagan, she finally reaches that mic. She slams her hearing aid onto that transmitter, cranks the volume, and unleashes that frequency across the waves. The aliens bust.
Cast your ads from Amazon to anywhere.
Zoe?
Yeah. From meeting for coffee
Megan, I love you.
to meeting the family.
The aliens bust into the tower at the exact same second, towering over her. Claws raised, but now the feedback hits that nigga full force. Started stumbling and fumbling. Its armor started peeling open, and Reagan doesn't even flinch. She grabs the sawed off, cocks it like a pro, and blasts them point blank. I'm talking 200, one pump. No Fortnite, cold-blooded. I can't lie, she the MVP of this movie. Cut back to the mill, and Marcus hears the broadcast through the radio. He plays it, and the alien by Evelyn collapses, and then he finishes the job. Cross-cut double kill. That boy Lee Abbott then gave birth to 2 pub stompers in the server. Bro's legacy fulfilled by his kids. The ending doesn't give us a big cheesy monologue either, or a victory parade. It's straight up raw, no nonsense. Reagan stands at the mic, breathing all heavy, shotgun still smoking. Marcus sits in the mill staring at the alien corpse. Baby safe beside him, and in both moments, you realize the kids are the future. Lee's sacrifice meant something. The baton has been passed. Silence, and then cut to black. No happy music, no we did it, just raw survival and a glimpse that maybe, just maybe, humanity has a fighting chance against these things. But if you really asking me, it's up for them niggas, you know what I'm saying? JMF, thanks for all.
Yeah. And let's see how number 3 gonna be. Anyways, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow all social media. I don't know why this nigga make all this noise in the background. Anyways, love y'all. I'm on the road to 500, and I'm out, bro.